Are you able to? Okay.
Please enter a conference ID followed by pound.
Mhm.
Hello, anyone talking? Hello?
No, it looks like they're on mute.
Miss Callie, you're muted.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, because we didn't hear
Okay,
anything.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Okay, I don't know what happened with that. Okay. So I'll go back. Okay, so again, thank you all for coming to our 24-25 parent meeting. And this is your team, your ASU ETS team. Of course, I'm Callie Evans. I'm the director. We have Ms. Jonita Coleman, who is our academic success coach, and Alexandria Graham, who is our office manager. We're currently hiring for another academic success coach. So if any of you all are interested or you know someone who will want to join our team, please go ahead and apply online at asurams.edu. All right, so what we're going to cover today, we'll talk about the history of TRIO, what ASU ETS is, the services we provide, what we expect and need from not only just the students, but the parents as well. How long does your child stay in the program, the 24-25 calendar, the dress code, as well as who you need to contact if you need help or have any questions or concerns. We did some shifting this summer, so we have a lot of new students aboard. So I just wanted to go over everything just in case you all don't know what TRIO is and what ETS is. All right, so the history of TRIO. I know when we talk about educational talent search, a lot of people don't know what talent search is. So I just wanted to give you that background so you'll know. The history of TRIO is progressive and it began, hey, how you doing? As a part of President Lyndon B. Johnson's War on Poverty. So the Educational Economic Opportunity Act of 1964 established an experimental program known as Upward Bound. And I think a lot of people are familiar with Upward Bound, correct? Y'all know what Upward Bound is. Okay. And so after Upward Bound was created, a year later, Educational Talent Search was created. And then in 1968, the Special Services for Disadvantaged Students, which is now called Student Support Services, was created. And because it started off with those three programs, they named it TRIO. Okay, so we are the Educational Talent Search program that is up under the TRIO umbrella. Okay, and then it was created to describe these federally funded programs that encourage access to higher education for income eligible students. Okay, any questions on that? All right, so what is ASU ETS? So again, it is a federally funded TRIO program that is committed to supporting and guiding students in their pursuit of higher education. So if your child is interested in going to college, we're here to help them. Our program currently provides services to students in the Dougherty County Public School System that attend one of the targeted middle and high schools. Our students have the potential to succeed in post-secondary education, but may need assistance in accessing educational resources and information. So basically, ASU ETS is a free program for all of our students. So the trips that we go on, the resources that we provide, the workshops that we do is free of charge to the parents. and we just want to just help them to matriculate through high school and then go on to college if that's what they're interested in. Any questions? Okay. I'm going to toss it over to Ms. Coleman.
So as you all know, we are servicing the students in the Dougherty County Public School System, grades 6th through 12th grade. So we are servicing all of the middle schools. That's Albany Middle, Mary Acres, Radium Spring Middle, Robert Cross, and also all three of the high schools, Dougherty Comprehensive High School, Monroe Comprehensive High School, and Westover Comprehensive High School. So some of the services that we provide, again, we want to share this because we have some new people that are part of our program that may not know all of the services that we provide. So I will run through this list. We currently provide academic support, ACT, SAT prep, college exploration, college application completion, college tours, culture experiences, mentoring, FAFSA completion, financial literacy, professional development, scholarship assistance, STEM activities, tutoring, as well as workshops and webinars. I do want to add here, in some of these areas, such as tutoring and things of that sort, those are things that you all have to let us know that you're in need of, because we don't know if your student is struggling if you all don't let us know that, okay? Any questions about any of those services? Okay. Okay, so what do we need and what do we expect? And now I want to be very clear about this. Just give me a little time, Ms. Evans. Commitment. That's the biggest one up there. Commitment. What we mean by that is we need you to participate and engage in our sessions and activities that we have planned for in school, on campus, and off campus. This summer, we went through our program and we had to remove a lot of students from our program because students are all excited about going on the college tours, the culture experiences, these different sporting events we go to. They're all gung-ho for those type of things. But then when we want to come in and do academic support in the school, or we do a after-school workshop or anything like that, they were not participating. So we want you all to know that this year, we are going to be monitoring that very closely. So if you sign your child up for one of our, let's say we're taking them to a professional basketball game and you want your child to go to see them play, but your child has not participated in any of our academic services, and you sign your child up, just know that there may be a possibility that your child may be turned away or not allowed to go because he or she is not fully engaged in the program. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what if they're at, okay, so when y'all come into the school,
Uh-huh.
we know the hour y'all come in.
Yes, ma'am.
And, you let students know and everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what if the time y'all come in, and they can't participate, the only reason why they cannot participate is because they already at on the tip. They have plans on the tip.
Okay, well, now keep in mind that we not only go into the school to do workshops, but we do also do workshops here on campus after school. So we're gonna be looking at both of those. So like if we did a request for Roger, we had an event and Roger hasn't been at any of the in-school workshops, okay, we understand Roger is dual enrolled, so he may not have been at the school. However, we would expect for him to have attended some of our after-school events. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And
I'm sorry,
okay.
did you all hear that online? I just want to make sure that you all heard her question.
No.
Yeah,
No, we
I
did not.
heard a question and
Can you talk? Okay, I'm sorry.
I heard and and thank you for.
The question was, she wanted to know if her child, if we come out to the school to do a workshop, if her child is not at school because they are either at Albany Tech or they're out here at Albany State or they're at 4C Academy, does that count against the student? The answer to that is no. However, we do also offer workshops after school. So if your child cannot attend those in-school workshops that we provide, we would expect them to come to those ones that we have after school. Any questions for those of you that are online? Okay, the next thing I want to speak to about commitment, this is something we had a really big problem with last year and the year before last, and that is signing students up for events and then not showing up and not calling or letting us know that you will not be attending. The reason this is important is because a lot of times when we're taking students on these trips, we only can take a certain number of students. So a lot of times there are students on the waiting list wanting to go, but they can't go because we don't have room. It would just be a courtesy of you if something has changed from the time that you signed your child up to attend the event. If you could just send us an email, a phone call and say, hey, my child will not be able to attend. So that way we can allow another student an opportunity. Because when we go on these trips, of course, the trips are free to you and the students, but we all know that somebody has to pay for that. So when 50 students sign up to attend an event, and then when we show up, it's only 10 students that showed up, we can't get the money back. We've already paid for it. So let's be a good steward of the grant money. And if you know that something has changed and you cannot attend, just please notify us via email in the parent group me, give us a phone call or something so that we can allow another student to go in your child's place. The second C is communication. Help us to understand you and your child's need and respond to us, check emails and group me regularly. Now, almost 90% of the time when we are sending notifications out to our parents, we are sending them multiple ways. We're sending them via email, we're sending them via text message, we're sending them via group me. So a lot of times when you all do not get information from us, you may want to check to make sure we have accurate information on file for you, because anytime we're notifying you, you are getting it three different, well, really four, because when we send a text message, we're sending it to your phone, but we're also sending it to whatever phone number the student has. I know a lot of our high school students have cell phone, and a lot of our middle schoolers. So we're sending a text to their phone number, your phone number, or email to your phone number. An email to your email address, an email to their email address. We're sending a group me to the parent group me. We're sending a group me to the student group me. So you're getting notified at least 5 to 6 times whenever we have any type of event. So does everybody understand the communication piece? Okay, the next thing is collaboration. So we oftentimes pride ourselves on sharing with you all that this is our program. And when I say our, I mean you, me, Miss Evans. So it's not just a me and Miss Evans thing. So we need to collaborate. And what we mean by that is that if you know that there are some events going on that you think our students could take advantage of, we would love for you to share that with us. We also like to partner with our parents. If they have events going on and they need some volunteers, we love to bring our students out to assist with volunteer, like with autism walks, breast cancer walks, things like that. So if you are aware of things like that going on in the community, if you could please just, again, let us know. We would love to keep our students involved in those type of things. So before we move on to the next slide, do we understand our first C, which is the commitment? So that means that we're gonna show up, right? And if we can't show up, we're gonna notify someone so we can allow for another student to go. Our second C is communication. That means we're gonna talk to each other, whether that's via email, via text message, via group meet, but we will always be in the know. And our third C is collaboration. We're going to work together because this is our program. All of us sitting in this room, and we want it to be the best in the state, the best in the nation. But we can't do that without you all support, okay?
Any questions online? Is there anyone with a question online?
No.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and go to the next slide. So a lot of you all asked, how long does my child stay in the program? So students are in the program until they graduate high school. However, we will continue to track until graduation. So if you signed your child up in 6th grade, they're in the ASU ETS program all the way up until they graduate high school, unless they don't meet the requirements and become ineligible, okay? So every year, no new applications need to be submitted. And I know I've seen some applications that have been resubmitted, but if you're already in the program, if your child is already in the program, you don't have to resubmit an application. You're good all the way up until they graduate. Yes, ma'am. Yes, her question is, what if you have another child that needs to be signed up for the program? Yes, that rule will only go to your child that's already in the program. If you don't have a child that's in the program, you would need to do an application. But once you do the application that one time and they've been approved and they're now in the program, you don't have to do another application. Okay, any other questions? All right. Students will remain eligible as long as he or she is a student in one of our target schools in the Dougherty County school system. So Ms. Coleman, she covered those 7 schools that we serve. So if you decide to take your child to Lee County, we will ask that you please let us know. And unfortunately, your child will have to be removed. Just having integrity, we want to make sure that we're providing the services to those that are needing those services. So if you are no longer in Dougherty County, please let us know so we can remove your child and then get someone else in. If your family relocates outside of Dougherty County, the student will become ineligible and will not be able to continue the program, and just communicate with us. And then after 3 months of inactivity, students will become ineligible to continue in the program. Parents and students will be notified of ineligibility via email. So this last year, we were very lenient where we allowed inactivity for a year, and we're not going to do that again. Yes, we looked through and we saw that students didn't participate the whole 23-24 school year. So we want to make sure that we have a lot of participation. So if your child does not participate for 3 months, your child will be removed. Okay? Any questions on that? Yes, ma'am. Mhm. Yes, that's a great question. So her question was, if a child was in the program but they were removed for inactivity, what are the next steps? So you can reapply, and then your child will just be added to the waiting list. And then once we get to your child's application, we'll reprocess. And I'm working on processing applications. Well, I have been for the past couple weeks. So then once I get to that application, we'll just reprocess, and then they'll be back in the program. Okay. Any questions online? All right. Okay, so now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this meeting, which is our 24-25 ASU ETS calendar. This is our first time doing this, and I think it's going to be convenient for you all, so you'll know ahead of time what we plan to do. You'll be able to kind of coordinate your schedules with ours, with what we plan to do, and then you'll just know ahead of time. Okay, so I'm also going to share this link with you all so you can view it, but it's going to be a working document. So if we make changes to anything, you all will be updated of those changes as we make them. So of course, we are in August, and today is the parent meeting. So going on to September. So how the schedule works. The events that are listed in yellow on the blue calendar, those are confirmed. The events that are listed in black with red, those are tentative. Those are the days and times that we would like to do those events, but have not been confirmed yet. So once the color changes to gold on the blue calendar or blue on the gold calendar, then those are confirmed. So for instance, we know for sure that on September 3rd, first 9 weeks report cards come out, or progress reports come out, and we know that parent-teacher conferences are on September 5th and 6th. What we want to do is tutoring on the 5th, as well as the ASU campus tour. I'm going to change this to gold because that has been confirmed. But once it's confirmed, it'll change colors. So our plan is to meet in the in-school workshops once a month. So all of the schools, we plan to go into the schools once a month, starting with Robert Cross and Mary Acres on Monday, September 9th, and then Radium and Albany Middle on Tuesday, September 10th. Mary Acres and Albany Middle has been confirmed. Once we confirm with Robert Cross and Radium, then we'll change it and you'll know. Any questions? Does that?
You have a hand raised, Ms. Ford.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Ford.
You still on the August calendar, but you was talking about September?
You, I'm on September. Can you see it?
No, what I see online is still the August.
Okay. Let me
Yeah,
go
we
back.
still see August online.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I
Oh, let
can't
me refresh.
I can't see it.
I'm sorry. You can see September's calendar now?
No,
Yes,
Yes, I
it's up.
can.
That's
Sure.
showing now.
mine not showing.
You can see it, Ms. Ford? I'm sorry.
I
No,
Okay.
I
hear you
can't see it.
talking.
This Miss Right. I can't see it.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing and then I'll reshare. Where is the calendar? Okay. Can you all see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so again, the colors is color coded. So all of the events that are in gold on the blue calendar are confirmed. All of the events that are in black with red writing, they are tentative and we plan to do those events, but they have not been confirmed. As soon as they are confirmed, they will change colors and you all will be able to view that document when changes are made. Okay, so we also plan to do a virtual parent night. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, I'll send it after this meeting. I'll send the recording of this meeting. I'll send the presentation as well as the link to this calendar, so you'll have it. And I'll send it via email and GroupMe. You can't make out anything? What do you mean you can't make it out?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like it's probably so far away, so it's kind of, stretched, I guess.
okay, I can zoom in. Is that better? Okay. So with the first week of September, the events that are confirmed is the first 9 weeks progress reports on September 3rd, parent teacher conferences on the 5th and the 6th. What we have on the calendar, what we want to do, but has not been confirmed yet is tutoring. And well, the ASU campus tour is confirmed. Okay. Going down to that second week, the Mary Acres and Albany Middle in-school workshop is confirmed. So the students that attend Mary Acres, you will meet with us at 8 a.m. on September 9th. Now, I know sometimes our students ride the buses and the buses may come at a later time. So we just ask, because we're giving you these dates and times ahead of time, if you could just try to make sure your child is in place at that time. And if you can't, it's okay, we understand, but we want to make sure that we tell you all ahead of time, just so you can make arrangements so that we can have as much participation as possible.
And also, keep in mind that these dates and times, these are dates and times that the administration at the school has agreed to. So that's why they may seem like, oh, that's really early, but we had to work with the time that they would allow us to come in and meet with the students.
And for those online, Ms. Coleman just wanted to let you all know that the reason we chose those times is because that was the time that the principals or the contacts at the school approved. Yes, ma'am.
And everything, is it required that all the students go to the tutoring? And if so, who are the people that are tutoring? Are they like, ASU students, or are they, like, do they do it by need based, or is it mandatory? How do we do?
So tutoring is not mandatory. Her question is about tutoring. Tutoring isn't mandatory. It's based off the child's need. It is need based. So if your child needs tutoring, then they would just come during the times that we have them. We will have ASU students who will be tutoring as well as adults. Well, older adults that's not ASU students that will be tutoring. So and we'll have all that information when we get it. Okay. Any questions online?
I have one. So if the student can't make it the 8 to 8:30 time frame because they ride the bus, whatever, Will those sessions be done on campus at some point in time?
Um,
Or is those strictly workshops or whatever you're doing uh at the school?
those would be strictly in-school workshops, but we will have other opportunities to come on campus. Um, it just wouldn't be in school. And I can probably look to do something on campus, but the schedule is already pretty packed. So I would just have to see how we can work that in. If you miss the in-school workshop during that month, you know, if we would schedule something later on for you to come on campus. So that's something I'll think about. And then if I do decide to do that, I'll be sure to add it on the calendar. But that's a great question, Ms. Ford. Thank you. Any questions about September? Okay, so we also plan to do 2 campus tours, one at Albany State the first Saturday in September, as well as Columbus State. So last year we did a lot of college tours during the school day, and the principals did not want us to take the students away from instructional time. So this is why we're kind of transitioning to Saturday campus tours. But the only thing is, most schools don't do Saturday campus tours, so it's hard to accommodate. So we're going to try to do the best that we can. There were some schools that were okay with us doing tours during the week, and then there were some schools that were not. So we'll just have to figure out how we're going to. Yes, ma'am. Okay. We're going to figure out how we're going to balance it to make sure that the students can attend, and if they can't, we'll just have to wait till the next trip. Okay. That's for September. Also, Westover and Monroe is confirmed. We're still waiting on Doherty. Okay. On the month of October, so again, the events that are confirmed are the events that are in blue, and the events that we're waiting on confirmation are in black. Okay. And these are the events. And I'll just go through each month so you can see. And again, I'll provide this link for you. So this is November. And we plan to go to Georgia Southwestern during their open house. No, that's not open house. What is it? Fall preview day. Okay. And then here's December. We plan to go to Savannah State that first Saturday. We also plan to do 4 cultural experiences for our middle school students throughout the year, starting in October. Okay. And then for January, we plan to go to UGA during the month of January. Okay, then here's February. And this is during winter break. I saw that winter break was on schedule. So we plan to go to FAMU, FSU, FSCJ in Jacksonville, Edward Waters University, and then the University of Central Florida and Universal Studios for that winter break. Again, this is tentative. This is what we want to do. And then once it's confirmed, then we'll change this to blue and you will know that it's confirmed. Here is March calendar. We plan to go to Tuskegee in March, as well as Alabama State. Yes, ma'am. So the college tours, her question is, the college tours, is it for all schools or just high school? The college tours are always going to be for high school students, and the cultural experiences are going to be for our middle school students.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. And then here's April's calendar. We plan to do our Southern Charm College tour again during spring break. There were a few students that attended in here, but yes, that's right. So we went to Southern University, LSU, Jackson State in Mississippi, and then we're going to add Stillman and the University of Alabama on there. So that will take place during spring break. So students, if you know you want to attend, you'll have to miss out on the family trip and come with us
Well,
for the.
that's the same time that with senior grad bash. That's the same time they're doing it for the spring
For the
break for
oh,
this.
okay.
Uh-huh.
If we if we
But
do
my
confirm this, then they would just have to miss out because I know they have to go to grad bash. So if we do confirm this date for the Southern Charm College tour, they would just miss out on this one. But of course, we'll have other tours that they can attend.
Yeah, cause my we enjoyed my daughter that she did that. That was real nice. That was a good one. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, we have another cultural experience trip for our middle school students in April, and then I'm gonna go to May. May we have decision day for our seniors. So last year it was a struggle trying to figure out where our students wanted to go after high school, if it was military, going straight to work, or going to college. So we want to be able to know what your decision is by May 1st. So that way we can be better prepared. We also want to do exit interviews before graduation so that we can have all of our information. We know that the last couple weeks of school, y'all are over school. So we want to just make sure we have all of the information before you graduate and forget about ASU ETS. We want to make sure we have all that information. So the exit interviews and the senior send off will be that second week, well, the first full week of May. Okay, and then we're going to have graduation that's confirmed. And then for June, we'll do our ASU ETS Residential Summer STEM Fest again.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
When is graduation? Go back to that. When is actual graduation?
it's either going to be on the 23rd or 24th. I don't know what day is which. Mhm.
Oh,
Westover is
okay.
the 24th at 1 p.m.
Okay, yes.
No,
So
Monroe
Westover
is the
is
20. No, Monroe is the 24th at 1 p.m. We
you said
got two.
Monroe is on the 24th at 1, but you said
Yep.
Westover.
Yep. Monroe going last. Monroe went first last year. They're going last this year.
Okay. Yes, we'll get confirmation, but we know for sure it's on both of those days, the 23rd and 24th.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Oh, going back, you had a question? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. You had a question? Okay. So we're going to do our residential summer camp. We had a few students that stayed with us in Hall 5, and that was our first residential summer camp. It was really good, and we'll be doing that again in June. So it'll be the first week in June this year. And then we'll also be doing academic check-ins to make sure that the students have progressed to the next school, grade level, if they were retained, if they have to go to summer school. We just want to get all that information at that time. And then the last month in July, we plan to do this trip where we go to UNC Charlotte. It's at the bottom. Oh, University of North Carolina at Charlotte, Davidson College, Clinton College, Johnson C. Smith University, and Benedict College. And that will be a week long as well, a week long trip. And then we're back to school July 30th. I know. So that's the calendar. Again, I'm going to provide these links for you all tomorrow, so that way you can look through it yourself. Any questions?
No, can you just confirm what date, what time and what dates are the high school graduation? So we'll all be on one accord about the
Yes,
time.
yes, ma'am. I'll be sure to confirm that. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Mhm. No, ma'am. Once they graduate, then they will only be able to attend the alumni check-in. So once they graduate, they're no longer a part of ASU ETS, but they'll be considered alumni. So when we do alumni check-ins, they'll be able to attend those events. But as far as like the college tours, they won't be able to. So we got to get all those college tours in before they graduate, just to make the most of that. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am.
Is this something that you put the kids under urgent, or is it something that they just can't?
We generally do something online. I know, like through Eventbrite, we had a free prep class that was offered, and they normally do it online. But you're needing something tangible.
Yeah, well, I just need something.
Okay.
What is it called, Eventbrite?
Yes, but yes, I'll send you the information. But normally we do it online, or we have someone to come in and speak to the students virtually. But if you would like something tangible, I can try to do my
All the
research,
colleges.
find something for that. Okay. Any questions online? I'm sorry. Her question was about SAT, ACT prep. Okay. You had a question? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All
The
right.
college
I'm
the
sorry. Go
college
ahead.
tours are they for ninth through 12th graders?
Last year we did 11th and 12th graders. We're trying to decide because the maturity level for our ninth graders, when we did the overnight trips or we did the college tours, the maturity level wasn't there. Um, so I'll confirm if it's going to just be 11th and 12th graders or if we're going to include all high schoolers.
I'm thinking that maybe with the ninth graders, maybe we can let them tag along to some of our day trips. But it's the overnight. You can imagine when you have 50 students in a hotel, it gets real crazy. And so we learned from past experience that some of our ninth graders just wasn't ready to handle that type of freedom. So as of right now, maybe we can consider the day trips, but not the overnight trips right now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I understand that concern because I work in education on the high school level too. What about the 10th graders?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry. It was someone talking.
I would say I understand about the ninth graders. I work on the high school level as well, but what about the 10th graders?
Well, we dealt with the 10th graders not being at a mature level as well. That's why we only did 11th and 12th. But I will confirm to let you know what we decide. If we do decide to do day trips, then all high schoolers will be open to those. But if for the overnight trips, it'll just be 11th and 12th graders.
Her question,
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
to attend the overnight college trip.
Yes, so if you would like to be a chaperone for the trip, you would have to complete a protecting youth training through Albany State as well as a background check. And then once that's confirmed and all of those documents are complete, you can be a chaperone. Yes, it changes every year. So for those online that would like to be a chaperone for our different events, you would have to complete two documents. It's the protecting youth training as well as the background check. And then once those come back clear, then you're cleared to work with the program and be a chaperone for our different events on campus and off campus. Okay, and I'm gonna toss it to Ms. Coleman for the dress code.
Okay, so as you all know, on last year we implemented the dress code for our students when we are off campus as well as on campus. I would like for you all to know that when we traveled with our students off campus to these different events, people spoke very highly of our students and how they were dressed and how they carried themselves. So because of that, we're going to stay with the dress code that we had on last year. And some of our parents are new, so I'm just gonna go through it very briefly. So for our off-campus events, that's gonna be our campus tours, our cultural experiences, off-campus workshops and things like that. They will need to be in an ASU ETS shirt, which will be given out to them. Me and Ms. Evans were talking about developing or getting a new ETS shirt for this year. So once we get those, we will be giving students those T-shirts. So you do not have to purchase them or anything. We will take care of that. But as of right now, we're still in the process of getting those designed and ordered. They will need to have khaki bottoms. Keep in mind that the khakis will need to be pants, or if your daughter wants to do a khaki skirt, then that's fine, but please keep in mind that they need to be appropriate length when it comes to our girls. There will be no type of ripped shorts, no type of distressed clothing, no shirt not specified. That means anytime they are going anywhere with ASU ETS and they are going to be leaving off of this campus, they must, and I repeat, they must be in our ASU t-shirt. I have turned students away because they show up without their ASU t-shirt on.
Yes,
Now, we
ma'am.
know we're in an era where our students wear hoodies, it can be 120 degrees, and they're gonna have on a hoodie, and we understand that. But please note that when your child exits the bus, they have to remove their hoodie. So if your child is cold natured, you wanna just make sure they have a hoodie that they can zip up, zip down so that they can expose their ASU t-shirt, okay? Because hoodies are not gonna be the move, okay? The other thing is they must have closed toe heel shoes, and that's for their safety. Tell you again, some may have got by on me, but some of them didn't. They show up with them Crocs on, they have them in sport mode, and they think they're getting on the bus, and Miss Colvin is the one that mama have to drive back home and get them another pair of shoes because they can't get on the bus. That's for your safety, and a lot of these different places that we tour, they require that you have on closed-toe shoes because they don't want a lawsuit either. So make sure they have closed-toe shoes. And I mentioned about the open-face sweater or jacket. The bottom, keep in mind that they must be khaki. That's the only color bottom they can wear when they're going off campus is a khaki bottom. No hoodies, no distressed clothing, no bonnets, do-rags, bandanas, and no sleepwear. Now, we do understand that some of our female students, they have to lay their edges down before they, get off the bus, and they don't want to remove their bandana, their lace thing, or whatever you guys call that. I don't know what you call it, but we understand that. So, but just know that when your daughter gets ready to get off the bus, she has to remove all of that. Okay, so she need to make sure those edges are laid like they need to be laid before she get here. And for my boys, my male students that like to wear the do-rags, I understand. I got a son, and those 360s gotta be, that 360 gotta be right now. So I get that part, but just make sure that you brush it and wrap it real good before you, come. And I don't think I need to, say this because we know we're only gonna wear khakis and an ASU shirt, but please, no sleepwear. Meaning, don't come with your khaki pants and your ASU t-shirt in a duffel bag, and you got on your pajamas and your slippers saying that you're gonna change on the bus, or you're gonna change before we get there. No, you need to come already in uniform, okay? Now, when we have our on-campus events, keep in mind our on-campus events are going to be a lot different because we're not going out anywhere. We're going to be either here in the building or here on campus or maybe even at one of our local schools. So the dress code is a little bit more lax. The only thing that we are asking, I'm going to talk about the prohibited column, and that is that no, because graphic tees are very popular right now, but keep in mind your graphic tees must not depict any type of sexual or derogatory, obscene, drugs, alcohol, or anything like that. No tank top, no crop tops, no sleeveless tops. I know those will. I know those little tracksuit things. I know they trending for our young ladies. But the little tracksuit two-piece sets that y'all walk around in, those are not going to be appropriate for ETS events, even if we're on campus. Because keep in mind, we are on a college campus. We still have ASU students that are on this campus, so we want to dress appropriately. So no leggings, no low-riding bottoms, no open-toe shoes, no distressed clothing, and again, no do-rags, hats, bandanas, or bunny, and lastly, no sleepwear. So pretty much just think about, well, I can't say that. I was gonna say, think about what you went to school, but I've seen some, dress code is a little more lax than what it was when I was going to school. So I don't want to say wear what you wear to school, but just keep in mind that you're coming to college campus. And if Ms. Coleman says anything about what you have on, parents, please know it's out of love. I promise you. I'm not being mean or anything like that, but I just want our young ladies to be young ladies, and I want our gentlemen to be gentlemen. So if your child comes home and say that Miss Coleman told me I had to go in the restroom and put a jacket on and zip it up, that was because her midriff was showing and she's on campus, and I don't want any of these college, I don't want anything to happen. So anytime I address them about their dress code, it is out of love. I promise you, it is out of love. Any questions about the on-campus dress code or the off-campus dress code? So we know off-campus, they always going to be on an ASU provided t-shirt and khaki bottoms. When we're on campus, it's a little bit more lax. They can wear jeans, they can wear graphic tees, things like that. As long as there's no pajamas, no do-rags and things of that sort. So there's no question.
Okay, I see in the chat, one of the parents asked, how do I know which child is in the program? I will also provide a link of all the students that are in the program. If you could, Miss Aurora, if you could email me, I will let you know tomorrow which child is in the program. If you just email me your child's name, I can confirm which one is in the program, if not both. And yes, I am still processing applications. We had over 300 applications, so we're still processing. And my goal is to have them done by this week. And if you see that you have not gotten contacted by ASU ETS, then just do another application. Well, don't do an application, just email me, and then I will let you know if I have gotten to your child's application. All right, so the contact info, our first point of contact is the ASU ETS email. But of course, if you need to reach one of us directly, you can contact me at callie.hamilton@asurams.edu. This is my office and cell number, as well as Ms. Coleman's email, office, and cell number. Yes, ma'am. Yes, madam All right. Also, we are very active on social media. Like Ms. Coleman said, we reach out to you via GroupMe, email, text messages, and we also post all the information on social media. So if you are not following us, we ask that you do. Just in case you don't get the GroupMe messages or the emails, you can definitely find those on social media. Are there any questions? Any questions online?
No.
Okay. So on the last slide, for those that have not already completed the forms, if you already done it for your child, you don't have to do it again. But if you have not completed the forms, we ask that you complete the permission form, behavior contract, medical form, and needs assessment. So once you do it that one time, you're good. We just need those forms on file. So if anything happens, for instance, we need to know that your child needs their asthma pump when they go on the trips with us. So if you have not completed the forms, we ask that you do that. And then for those that came in after, we ask that you sign in. And then if there are no other questions, y'all are good to go. Thank you all so much, and we look forward to a great year.
Thank
You
y'all very
too.
much. Y'all have a good
So,
evening.
so
Thank
Miss
you.
Miss Miss Evans. So
Yes,
if
ma'am.
your child's already in the program, we don't have to do those forms. That's what you're saying.
No, no, ma'am. If you already completed them, you don't have to do them again.
Okay, thank you so much. And
You're welcome. Thank you.
thank y'all for all that y'all do for the students.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your support. Yes, I'll put the link in the chat for those that need it online. Give me one second. Copy and paste.
Did we need to let you know if we was here for our child, or it doesn't matter really?
Yes, please. If you could sign in by clicking the link, I just put it in the chat. Okay. can go back and check. What's your child's name? Okay, I think, yes, I think Ryan is good. But I'll check when I get in the office in the morning.
You said I could, excuse me, Callie, you said I could,
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
The name of the SAT, ACT.
You go to Eventbrite, and then if you just search free SAT or ACT prep, it'll pop up. So Eventbrite. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you. I'm sorry, there was a question online.
yes, you said that we could click the link online, or we just need to try to, huh?
You talking about to sign in or for the forms?
Yes, the sign in.
Oh, yes, it's in the chat. I'll repaste it. 1 second. I just put
Okay.
it in the chat, and you can just click the link and then sign in. You had a question? Oh. Okay. I was just gonna tell you about drinking. Oh no, I don't know. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. That's what I like to hear. Okay. So he's gonna be a leader. All right. Bye. Have a good one. What's his name? I don't know. Did you get an email from the ASU ETS email about? Okay, I need to process his application then. So, Cameron, CAMER. Okay. I'll process his application tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hi. How are you? I just want to ask you guys talking about before I got you. Oh, I was at the sport complex at volleyball. I'm the manager. Okay. And I was trying to learn the building, but I couldn't. Okay, I'm gonna go over with you. Is there anyone still online? Not recording. I didn't mean to. You gotta do
Yes, I'm still on.
I'm gonna go over with you. Hey, your boy, I'm gonna tell him. Yeah, tell him we said hey. And to let him
Hello.
know. He was telling us he was gonna do football and okay, yeah. So I'm gonna tag y'all. I'm gonna tag y'all Facebook.
Miss Evans.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm still online. Is it something that you need?
Oh no, if you signed in, then you're good to go. We just wrapping up.
Okay, and the 4 QR codes that's needed for the 4 forms to be completed, how can we access those?